NBA Straya. How are you going? How you going? You right? You should be. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. Today's Friday. TGIF, am I right? We're all getting in on the tins. It's going to be awesome. It is May 2nd, i.e. May the 2nd be with you. And I'm your host, James Clements, here in Larry Armour Studios with a big NBA Straya, breaking down two huge HUGE games of NBA playoff action. That was fun as. The Knicks suck, but they won, and they're through to the second round. That's fun. And we've got a Game 7 in Clippers-Denver. That was awesome. We're going to talk about the NBA Straight Game Raps. We've also got That's Not a Knife, Old Mate, No Mate, Spud of the Night, Better Than Lonzo Ball. We've got Magic Tweet of the Week. We've got Dickhead of the Week. There are, of course, some Nas, the Outback Takehouse, Flame Grilled Take, and a bit of an unpopular opinion of the day. We've got the Luke Longley Memorial Role Player of the Week. We've got picks and previews as well. A very brief Australian player watch. I'll talk about that. Jeez. But yeah, we'll also preview the first Eastern Conference second round series that'll get underway at the very early on Monday. So we're going to talk about that in the preview. So without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1200 and diggity of NBA Australia. That's right, 1260. Jesus. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Dyson Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
Hi, this is Ryan Brockhoff.
This is Mitch Creek.
This is Nick Kay.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia. You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Australia.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better. We better watch out for the Dyson and Josh Giddey attack. Good to see them doing some photo shoots. Interested to see what it was. We've got some new Boomers uniforms, which is kind of fun too. So let's start there with the daily. Oh, it's a whip around, is it, Jim? Yes, love a good Friday whip around. More like a Friday 10. Before we do anything news, you should be watching on the YouTube. I'm wearing, I don't know if you're like me. I just find shit in our room where I'm like, hey, I didn't even realize I owned that. That's awesome. Wearing this sick Vancouver Grizzlies t-shirt. I fucking love it. And I had absolutely no idea that I owned it. That's awesome. Like, how good is that? Anyway, so that was fun. Go check out the YouTube. It's always fun. You see me just wandering around causing all sorts of havoc. Hey, let's start with some news. Boomers singlets. It's kind of fun. They look pretty good. I just kind of wish we'd get the fucking colours right, you know? Just always looks a bit weird and a little bit out of whack. But the greens look nice. I'll give them that. Anyway, go Boomers. Right. Otherwise, let's get to the NBA gear. Darius Rucker, Judy Garland. We're talking about this Pacers Cleveland series later on. But Darius Rucker, Judy Garland. So Darius Garland is a little bit of concern about his health, according to Kenny Atkinson. I feel like they pretty much, need him. Get by the Pacers, just saying, because if you don't have him, it gets a little bit wonky very quickly. Other bits and bobs, Jrue Holiday won the Sportsmanship Award. Oh, isn't that nice? Which is like, it kind of should be the Patty Mills Award. The Patty Mills teammate, legend, everybody waves a towel like me because I'm awesome kind of award. But the Sportsmanship Award, he's won it the second time. He's the fifth player to ever win it twice. That's kind of nice. I like that Kyrie was third. That's great. But it's the players who decide the award winner. So it's basically all the players going, this dude rules. We like him. So good job, Jrue Holiday. One person who didn't vote him number one, Brad Beal is my guess. Remember that? Brad Beal, I don't want to be like Jrue Holiday. I'm Brad Beal. What? Shit. Okay. Hey, other news. Some actually really big news in Phoenix. Remember them? They're shit. Speaking of Brad Beal, they kind of quietly fired James Jones, a.k.a. Champ. You might remember him from playing in leagues such as the NBA and then running the Suns into the ground. But Jim, they made a finals. Yeah, and then fucked it. Just like terrifyingly royal fashion. So they've named a new head of basketball ops, promoting Brian Gregory as their new GM. James Jones hasn't been fired. He's now a senior advisor. That's just busy work, right? That's just like the work experience kid. You're giving him busy work. Hey, James, could you, just run your eyes over this, man? And he's like, oh, yeah, no. Do you want some recommendations? No, just check it. The spelling errors or something. I don't know. They also made some other moves in their front office, which is basically Matt Ishbia going, you guys have all fucked this, especially you, champ. I still like you, though. You're a good hang, so we'll keep you around as a senior advisor. So that's like one of my dream jobs, senior advisor. It's like, what do you do? Give advice. Is it good? Doesn't have to be. I just give it. It's fine. But, I mean, when the dude giving the advice is the bloke who gave away 5 firsts for Kevin Durant, completely sank your fucking entire team after also then going to get Brad Beal with a no-trade clause, and then having to give away another first-round pick to get rid of Yusuf Nurkic after you got Yusuf Nurkic in a trade that gave up DeAndre Ayton and Tumani Kamara. 2 dudes who are pretty good. Oh, but Ayton wasn't fitting in Phoenix. It's like, he fit in a fucking lot better than Yusuf Nurkic. What are we doing? Anyway, James Jones. Look, seriously, what you can do, there's these amazing pages where on Basketball Reference, one of my all-time, I live there basically, right? Where you go through a general manager's moves. James Jones's is an all-time Barry Crocker fucking shocker. When you go back over them, you're like, oh, I traded Josh Okogie for Nick Richards. You're like, it's okay. Before that, signed Josh Okogie to a multi-year contract. The Ryan Dunn pick, sure. But there's like the Kato Bates, D-Up, Jordan Goodwin, Royce O'Neal trade. You're like, oh, okay, sure. But then there's just the big ones. Ayton and Tumani Kamara to the Blazers, part of the Dame Lillard, Drew Holiday trade. Boom. They get like Nasir Little, Keon Johnson, Yusuf Nurkic, and you're like, oh, yuck. That's fucked them. Just all the other trades. It's like none of them just were good. Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, 2 picks to go get Brad Beal. Absolutely fucking shocking gear. Wait, no, that's 3 picks. Fucking hell. This is just reminding me how bad James Jones was. And then all the picks for fucking Kevin Durant, as well as Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. Just absolutely amazing. So, yeah, not a giant surprise that Matt Ishbia went, hang on a second, finally looked at what he'd done and went, wait, you're shit. What am I doing? You can advise me from here on out. And the last little bit of news, Tyrese Halliburton's dad, as I made a point of yesterday, it's still crazy that Giannis just didn't fucking knock his fucking block off. But anyway, he will not attend the team's home and road games for the foreseeable future. That's pretty fucking lucky, if you ask me. And it's kind of weird that we're treating family members of a player a little bit different to any other member of the public who would probably be banned for quite a long time, right? I think this is a bit fucking strange, but either way, I'm not yet the vice president of common fucking sense for the NBA, but Adam Silver, my phone is always on. As I said, low 6 figures, I'm yours. We might have to add an extra 0 to this though, because you keep doing dumb shit. It's fucking weird. You need the vice president of common sense to step in and go, you're going to have to ban him. I don't care that he's Tyrese Halliburton's dad. You can't do that shit. He went up to Giannis and got in his face after a series was done. You can't be doing that. You're banned for a year, dickhead. What are you doing? Anyway, just great job by Adam Silver, though. The do-nothing commissioner. Right, let's do some game wraps from today's awesome games. Game wraps. The Knickerbockers rode Jalen Brunson to an amazingly stupid win against the Detroit Pistons. 116-113. A game they should never have been down in, but somehow were, and because of Jalen Brunson, managed to still win. They're up by 15 right out of the gate. It was awesome. And they blew that lead by halftime. It was the Knicksiest Knicks to ever Knicks in this Knicks game. Like, it was crazy how quickly the Knicks folded in this game. after getting off to such a staunch lead. And I think, as I tweeted out, like Karl Anthony Towns don't do a dumb foul challenge in a big spot in a playoff game. Karl Anthony Towns don't foul out in a huge playoff game challenge. Failed. You know, he was just completely fucking invisible and just the dumbest fouls you'll ever see anyone make. But anyway, this was an awesome game. He had 2 points in the second half. Like, what are we doing? Incredible game from the Pistons, though. Absolutely incredible. They hit that 3 at the halftime. Was that Beasley? He's having a really good game. They've actually gotten themselves off the mat. They're in front of this raucous crowd. The thing is, the Knicks were still up. The Knicks had this in hand. And then they did not. Spoiler alert. 24-4 run from the Pistons to take control. The Knicks completely shit down their pants legs. Tied at 105. Pistons rip off a 7-zip run. Take control. It's 112-105. And then JB Bickerstaff looked to his spiritual home, his spiritual mentor, Doc Rivers, and fucked it. It was, wow, did the Pistons lose this game? JB Bickerstaff fucking calling stupid challenges, horrible rotations. What the fuck was going on there? Cade misses a go-ahead bucket. Knicks with a chance to win it with 20 seconds left. Jalen fucking Brunson hits an insane 3. It was gnarly. So you might remember, what did I say at the stop? 116-113. That's right. It's an 11-1 run down the stretch by the Knicks to win this game. You have this incredible tip-in by Mikal Bridges. Absolutely incredible. Thing is, like, you've also got Brunson like limboing away from Schroeder at one point to get one up and in. Cat has like a free throw. Oh, he misses one of them. Jesus. Thing is, like, the tip-in off the Brunson miss was incredible by Bridges. Off they go. Then the fucking 1-2 skidoo. Jalen Brunson sends Orsar Thompson fucking skating off into the distance. Steps back. Nails one of the amazing fucking game winner threes you'll see. Series-ending shots. Like, there's very fucking few things better. That was awesome. 4 seconds for the Pistons left, though. So it's not a buzzer beater. And they fuck it up. Turnover off Beasley's hands. He goes all full butterfingers. And, basically did the Gary Terrence Trent D'Arby Jr. from the other day. So, bit of a rough end for the Pistons there, Jim. Yeah, and it fucking sucks because I love this Pistons team. I did pick the Knicks today, but once they started shitting themselves, I'm like, let's fucking go Detroit. I desperately wanted to win by 1 because I think we had the Knicks plus 1.5. But I just wanted a Game 7 back at MSG. I think that would have been absolutely fucking raucous and it would have been awesome. But instead, Jalen Brunson has other ideas and nails a game winner. So Cade ends up with 23, 8, and 7. Misses all of his threes. He went 0 of 8 from downtown. So we talk about Cade Cunningham. I'll talk about the Pistons a little bit later in Nars. But that's the next step, right? Just become a fucking dead-eye shooter. You are laughing, son. 21 and 6 for Jalen Duren. He had an awesome series. He grew up a lot. I feel like he showed us a lot, which was very, very cool. I love me some Jalen Duren. Enjoyed his series. Orsar Thompson. Fucking talk about awesome Thompson. He was incredible. 17 and 6 with a couple of blocks, couple of steals. The moment wasn't too big for him for the most part. There's a couple of other little skidoos here, especially at the end when he gets got by Brunson, but still, awesome series for him. Great learning experience. Beasley, he had 20 points. He went 6 of 13 from downtown. Dennis Schroeder, I am German Rondo, went MIA when it mattered most. Classic Dennis Schroeder, 9 points on 9 shots. Hardaway the lesser. Oh boy, Jim, did you enjoy this one? Oh, maybe, because he's fucking just, he's a top 5 frustrating player in the NBA for me. Like, it's just talk about fucking hot and cold. It's just, he's a pair of taps. They should call him Tap Hardaway the Lesser. He shot the magic number. We'll talk about that later. 1 of 6 from downtown and 7 points. At home. Brutal. Like, they can't show your dad that much if you're that shit. That should be a rule. Right? It's like, there's Tim Hardaway Sr. Yeah, and his son's playing like fucking dog shit. You just can't show him then. Because that's just embarrassing Tim Hardaway Sr. He'd be like, fucking, I'll get out there and kick some ass. My fucking idiot son can't do shit. And for the Knickerbockers of New York City, of course, Jalen Brunson, 40. He was just the clutch player of the year, gets named it at the start of the week, hits a fucking series-ending dagger to finish off his week. That's a hell of a week. 25 for Mikal Bridges. He had a really good game. Couldn't hit a 3, but hit everything else. OG Anunoby, 22. Josh Hart had 13, 10, and 4. The fact that Brunson and Hart both played through injuries clearly and stepped up so much was just a testament to Tibbs running them into the fucking ground, but still, they won. And Karl Anthony Towns, as I said, Karl Anthony Towns show up in a big important game challenge. 10 points on 10 shots. Thanks for coming, Cat. Oh, you had 15 rebounds, Jim? Yeah, because he's fucking a foot taller than the rest of the fucking Knicks. Like, what do you want me to say? Anyway, the Knicks win 4-2. As we predicted, actually, we picked 3 of the 4 Eastern Conference playoff series on the nail, actually. The only one we got wrong was the Cavs actually sweeping the Heat because Miami completely shit themselves and were wildly fucking embarrassing. So we nailed the other 3, though, on the head. So wins there, just saying. Hey, then we had another cracker. Denver at the Clippers. We're going to Game 7, baby. After the Clippers win at 111-105. Fucking hell. They worked hard for this one, the Clippers, though. So as I said on yesterday's show in the preview, right, I'm like, oh, yeah, geez, check this one out. Back and forth. Oh, Denver. And then the last minute, I'm like, but the Clippers. Thought the Clippers had run away with it, and in the second half, it looked like they were going to, and then they really clippered it up. They really went full James Harden and shit themselves, didn't they? But they held on because they hit some massive fucking shots, and Norm Powell and Nick Batum are incredible. Harden got off to a flyer. What did he have, like 21 points in the first half? It was really tight in the first half. It was awesome. Like Denver, I think, led after the first quarter. Jamal was going off. He was hitting all of his shots. He'd completely not missed a beat after Game 5. Clippers are up 46-39, looking in control. And then, boom, it's like you turn around, the Nuggets are right there within like 2 or 3 points again. Denver had a bunch of turnovers. It was hurting them a bunch, or else they'd be kicking the shit out of them. And I think at some point, like in this third quarter, like the Clippers had 10 more shots than the Nuggets. And, you know, the Nuggets are still right there. It was crazy. Anyway, Kawhi hits a 3. The Clips started 3 of 19 in the first half from downtown, then end up 4 of 20. Nice. How good's a bit of that one? Who doesn't love a bit of 420? Just saying. Oh, yeah.
I had an excitement quiver.
There you go. Speaking of which, how good is it that Kendrick Lamar is going to Ballarat? I love this. Did you see this? He got announced for Spilt Milk, playing in Ballarat. I mean, I assume that he's just there for the chips and gravy. He's probably going to go visit the Muller Keep. Probably get a wood-fired pizza from the Forge. Which pubs are going to go to, Jim? I don't know. You have a couple of jars down at Irish Murphy's. Just wandering there, go, fuck me, it's Kendrick Lamar. What's going on? Anyway. Awesome game. Denver lead at 57-56 at one point, right? Jokic is causing all sorts of havoc. He had 15 points in the second quarter alone. The Clippers lead at the half, 58-57. The one thing that stood out to me is that Ben Simmons is no longer above the Thibodeau line, a.k.a. the Thibodeau line. So this is it. If you're in the 8-man rotation in a playoff series, you matter. If you are not, you do not. And Ben Simmons was supplanted by Nick Batum, who then won them the fucking game. Derrick Jones Jr. was awesome. Batum was awesome. And Bogdan Bogdanovic was awesome off the bench, right? It just showed how deep the Clippers were when you got those 3 dudes come off the bench and not Ben Simmons. Anyway, good start to the third quarter for the Clippers. They take control of this game, right? They gave up an open layup, then they go on an 8-0 run. Then the Nuggets just stick with them the rest of the way. The Clippers were just working so hard and they just couldn't shake them. And then they kept forcing turnovers. Kawhi gets to work. He suddenly got 20 points. Zoob's, this is like the biggest moment in the game. Zoob's blocks Jokic. Powell goes back up the other way and has this sick dunk through Jamal Murray. A massive sequence. The Clippers go up 8. They call a timeout, the Nuggets. And this is where it all turns, right? The Clippers just sort of have control of this game. It gives them a momentum. And this is where the Intuit Dome comes into it. That fucking place was Moroccan. It was just absolute chaos. Like, it's fucking in Marrakesh. That's how Moroccan it was. It was absolutely chaos. Norm's forcing turnovers. Zoobs is getting fouled on the bucket. power drive straight through Jokic because Jokic has got 3 fouls. They're up 14. Brown hits a 3. It's 11 points. Nuggets hadn't scored in 5 minutes, basically. Norm then smokes a 3. He had 11 points in the third quarter. They're up 14 again. Derrick Jones Jr. 3. Brown answers. It's still just, they're hanging around. Zoobs hits a runner. They're up 14 again. Jokic hits a 3, which didn't look like a 3 to me, but they scored a 3, whatever. Still an 11-point game. And then Denver have a chance to get it back into single digits before going to the fourth quarter, and Derrick Jones Jr. comes up with this sick block. They stay up 11, and I felt that was fucking crucial. Double digits is such a big mental hurdle. When you look at the score as the opposition, you go, fuck, man, we're going to score like 5 buckets. Jesus. Anyway, 90-79 going to the fourth. Rusty misses. You see Harden smoke a 3. It's a 14-point lead. It's still a 12-point lead halfway through this fourth quarter. It's just sort of back and forth, a bit of an arm wrestle, but the Clippers have got control. Bogdanovic just smokes a 3. He's only 3 in the game. They're up 15. 105-90. Then what happens, Jim? Well, 15-6 Denver run to finish off the game and scare the absolute fuck out of every single Clippers fan because Stan Van Gundy was on this. All the Clippers did from basically that point on was go into prevent defense and prevent offense, where it prevents you from scoring and stopping the other team from scoring. This is a big NFL thing, right? Prevent defense. It never fucking prevents shit. And when you go, oh, we'll just burn the shot clock all the way down to the fucking wire and then take a bad shot, we're still going to win. It fucking didn't look like it for a big chunk of the last bit of this game. They got it all the way down to 6 points, 4 points, whatever. To the point where it's just like, Harden, just run some normal fucking offense. The only reason they won is that, you basically get this, they just give up bucket after bucket after bucket. They can't set their D. What saves them is that Westbrook misses a layup in transition. No one gets back on defense properly after, again, like a fucking dance around, fuck around, end of the shot clock shot. It's like a 6-point game. It's a 9-2 run by Denver at that point. He fucks it up. They go back and Norm Powell smokes a massive 3. Boom. It's a 110-101 game. Little bit of room to breathe for the Clippers. 1.5 minutes left. Denver have 3 shots on 1 possession. The Clippers are just standing around, fucking grab-arsing. Still a 7-point game. Batum has a massive block. He completely changes the complexion of this game. He has the sick pass to Derrick Jones Jr. He has this block. Harden has this bad turnover and Zoobs then gets a stop. They have to foul Kawhi. The game is basically done at this point. But wow, the Clippers gave up a 15-5 run to completely almost blow this game. And at the very end, it's a 6-point game. We obviously ended up picking the Clippers yesterday, 5.5, so I'm shitting it. Kawhi goes 1 and 2 at the free throw line. It's a 6-point game. Jamal misses a 3, and Aaron Gordon misses a 3. We have a game 7. It was fucking electric, and it just showed you just how on a fucking pinhead the Clippers are balanced, right? They can look awesome, they can look awesome, they can look awesome. Oh my God, it all fucking completely fell apart. And Denver, it's like the same sort of thing. It's like, we're good, we're fighting all the way back. Oh, Russell Westbrook missed another fucking layup in transition. Fuck. Now we're cooked. It was just so brutal. Anyway, the Nuggets, 12 turnovers really hurt them, especially early. Jokic ends up with 25, 7, and 8. They kind of stymied a lot of his influence. They played really good defense on him. Zoobs was fantastic. They're just sort of like throwing a forest of arms at him, right? Every time he sort of turns around, he goes into his spin move. Harden's reaching in. Batum's got his fucking long French arms in there. It's just chaos. And that's where the Clippers' sort of weird advantage of just we've got a bunch of fucking rangy wing dudes. We're not playing a backup center. Fuck it. And it kind of worked because it just sort of forced all these fumbles and just miscues and shit. It worked really well. Jamal Murray, 21, 8, and 8, but shot 9 of 19. 2 of 6 from 3. Didn't quite get en fuego after that first quarter. Aaron Gordon was very solid. Hit a big 3 late, but he was 1 of 6 from downtown. 19 and 5. Michael Porter Jr. went completely off fucking pissed and just was gone. Talk about fucking cooked, mate. This is one of the I'm pretty sure they're now at this point sanctioned 2 to 3 games a series where he just doesn't do shit. He was horrible. Brown had 14. Rusty had 14, 10, and 6, but kind of cost him the game. Clippers, only 7 turnovers. That was key for them. They really just sort of like shrunk the game at the end. And it ended up working, but fucking hell. Talk about dicing with the devil. 28, 6, and 8 for James Harden. Fat Man Hoop Clan was pretty bloody good. Yeah, Kawhi, 27, 10, and 5. Not bloody bad. He's a fun guy. Zoobs had 10 and 6, but 4 blocks and played really great defense, I thought, on Jokic. Batum had 6 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 blocks, and was the best player on the floor for a big chunk of this game, which is crazy. Derek Jones Jr., 8 points, hit 2 threes, including a massive one late. Big game player, don't mind that. Bogdanovic hit a big 3, obviously, in that fourth quarter as well. This series is tied 3-3. We're going to Denver. Game 7, baby! Love that. Let's do some NBA Australia approved performances of the night.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Jalen Brunson literally hit a series-winning 3 with the game tied at 113, and he had to do it. He ended up with 40 points. His running mate, Karl Anthony Towns, completely bottled it. Jalen Brunson was hurt last game. Jalen Brunson ends up with 40. Where's this game going to go?
This is going straight to the pool room.
What a fucking game by Jalen Brunson. He was absurd. Absolutely absurd, sir. 15 of 33 from the floor, 3 of 10 from downtown. But the fucking move that he put on Orsar Thompson to smoke that 3 at the end was incredible. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. It was also fun to see him get called out for his bullshittery with the flopping. But anyway, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. Just an immense game. The balls on that man to hit that shot late. And it never looked like it was going to miss. It was awesome. Honorable mention's got to go to Nick Batum. Jimmy had 6 points and 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Yeah, and saved the fucking game time after time for the LA Clippers. He's the reason that team is still in the playoffs, just saying. And James Harden for 3 quarters. Because he was fucking horrible. So it's just weird, right? He had 21 points in the first half. You're like, oh, watch out, James Harden, 40-point incoming game. Let's check it out. 40-point game incoming. This is going to go down on James Harden's playoff resume. And then he just sort of shit the bed. There was like a bunch of drives at the end of this game where he's just chucking it up and you're just like hoping. And you're like, that's not it, boss. I don't know what's going on here. There's like a fucking raft of strippers in the greater LA area throwing their hands up in astonishment and chagrin. But anyway, Batum, incredible. Brunson, incredible. Harden, very good. But wow, could have done a bit better. And also Kawhi Leonard. I mean, Jesus Christ, that dude is just fucking... There's such a confidence when he's got the ball. You're like, it's going in. And like that's why you can't pick against the Clippers. Like when you pick against the Clippers, you feel like a fucking idiot because you see Kawhi Leonard and you're like, that's right, he doesn't miss. And he had a couple of misses like towards the end of this game, but then he also hit some shots and you're like, yep, that's why he's fucking Kawhi Leonard. Who was Spud of the night?
Spud, 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 it is Spud of the night.
We got a couple of big name Spuds this time, don't we? Karl Anthony Towns, 10 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Jeez, Jim, that doesn't sound too bad. 4 of 10 shooting. Was it 3 total points in the entire second half? As I said, Karl Anthony Towns don't commit a dumb foul to foul out of a crucial playoff game challenge.
Failed.
He's so like, and I think I tweeted the Knicks are getting the full cat experience this playoff series, right? Like it's crazy. So he's really good. Fuck, is he the worst basketball player ever? He's really good. Oh my God, what is that? Yeah. And of course, Michael Porter Jr., as I mentioned, anytime you can be like, well, I'm glad that we gave this guy a max contract and get his 5 points on 5 shots in 24 minutes where he was a minus 24. Yes, we are all very glad we did that, aren't we, Denver Nuggets fans? Yeesh. And of course, though, my absolute favorite, Tim Hardaway the Lesser, one of the all-time Spud greats. He's going to go down in the annals of the Spud of the Night history as one of the most incredible Spuds we've ever had, right? The terrifying highs and the dizzying lows. of Tim Hardaway the Lesser. Because what did he do today, Jim? Well, he had 7 points on 1 of 6 from 3. But what did he shoot overall? Oh, yeah! Chill! Woo! He shot 311. Tim Hardaway, you beauty. Go check out Nick Hexam's new EP. It's awesome. So I love that. Great job, Tim Hardaway. Just don't show his dad. When he's having a shit game, you can't show the dad. Simple as that. Unless the dad is remonstrating with him going, stop being shit, fuckhead. I taught you better than that. What are you doing? Hit a shot. That's what I'm tuning in for. All right. Speaking of which, we've got Auskick tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Just see the squid just run around in circles. Oh, Lordy. It's going to be fun. Old mate, no mates.
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 Who's got no mates today? Well, Russell Westbrook blew another transition layup in a clutch moment. So Nuggets fans are probably not stoked on him. It's also kind of funny because Russell Westbrook, remember? Jalen Brunson in Detroit. I fucking love this because this is exactly what delivers us amazing NBA rivalries, right? When one fan base has just so much antipathy towards another fucking opposition player. The Pistons fans now fucking hate Jalen Brunson. He dagger fucking threed them. They lose the series, and it came after just an insane amount of flopping where they did get a call overturned where he just fell over and they called a foul against the Pistons. That was awesome. But that entire crowd is out there going, flopper, 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 to the point where on the fucking call, they're like, and yeah, the crowd is calling him a flopper. It's like, yes, we have ears. But I love it. That's such an old mate, no mates moment now. Like, Detroit fucking hates him, and shining a big light on Jalen Brunson's, like, unethical bullshittery is great. Let's see if he gets away with it against Boston, because I don't think he will. And then finally, Luka Doncic. Jesus, Jim. We're sticking the boots into the Lakers still. Well, yeah, it's NBA Australia. That's what we do.
The Lakers stink!
And JJ Redick hates his team. I love it. It's like, oh, without naming names, JJ Redick said that the Lakers roster has to get in championship shape. Do you think he was just on the phone to Nico Harrison? Nico's like, hey, JJ, if you could do me a real solid and call Luka a fat prick, that'd be fucking great, mate. And JJ's like, yeah, fuck. The only reason we lost is because fucking Luka's a fat bastard. Like, what are we doing? Luka had too many beers this series. That's why he fell and hurt his back. He went on to say some players are in phenomenal shape. I love you, LeBron. And others could have been in better shape. Fuck you, Luka, you fat prick. Yeah. Collectively, they need to be in better shape. I.e., Luka, get your shit together or I'll fucking smash you. Who copped the pantsing today? What was the pantsing of the night? What do you reckon? Pantsing of the night. It's got to go to Norm. Norm Powell went absolutely through Jamal Murray on that sick dunk after that Zoobs block. It was awesome. Norm Powell's an underrated dunker. He fucking yammed that one on him too. I also very, very, very much enjoyed Jalen Brunson somehow keeping his balance and doing the limbo while falling backwards and then like keeping his balance and laying it up and in around Dennis Schroeder. That was incredible. Absolute pantsing. Better than Bronny James, Ben Simmons, and Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo was the best player in high school. He was the best player in college. You think he'll get to the pros and be like, I made it to the pros, now I can be average. We're coming for everybody.
Coming for everybody, the Thompson twins. It's like each game, they have to up the other one. I fucking love it. 17, 6, 1, and 3 for Orsa, a.k.a. Awesome Thompson today. He ruined Jalen Brunson in one possession in the fourth quarter. Where they ended up getting a shot clock violation because Brunson could not do anything against him. And then Brunson took that personally and hit a series-winning 3. But still, awesome Thompson, awesome Thompson. He was fucking awesome. Love that. How about we do a bit of everyone's favourite? Oh, yes, because we've got a couple of good ones here too. It's time for the magic tweet of the week. Oh, jeez. This was good. I have full confidence that Luka and LeBron will take care of business and beat the Timberwolves tonight. Thanks, Magic. The rest of them are just like through gritted teeth. I love this one too. Congratulations to my good friend, Minnesota Timberwolves owner Alex Rodriguez, superstar Anthony Edwards, and the entire Minnesota Timberwolves team for beating my Lakers and advancing to the next round. The reason the Lakers lost was because they played awful on defense, they were too small, and the Timberwolves dominated them in the paint. There you go. You heard it here first. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Magic. All right. Good stuff there. Let's finish it off with a dickhead of the week.
Dickhead of the week.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Dickhead of the week. This has got to be Jimmy Butler for saying, I want it on record, I do not like Dylan Brooks. It's not the sentiment, because no one likes Dylan Brooks. But to go out of your way to say, I want it on record that I do not like Dylan Brooks is a dickhead move. Like, you could also just say, hey, fellas, just g'day. My name's Jimmy Butler. I don't like Dylan Brooks. Just FYI. You don't have to say, for the record, I don't like Dylan Brooks. That's implied. Like, no one. Like, Dylan Brooks' family are probably like, fuck, this dude sucks. Like, could you imagine Christmas with Dylan Brooks up there in Canada? They'd be like, oh, how about those car parks, eh? Do you want some turkey there, fella? And he's like, fuck you, slaps it out of their hand. They're like, I fucking hate you, pal. Jesus. Gee willikers, sir. God, golly. Everybody hates Dylan Brooks. Jimmy Butler, you don't have to point that out. Anyway, let's do some yeah-nahs right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Darryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're listening to
Australia.
NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
All right, let's do it. Just some yeah-nahs, got some good listener ones here. Remember, you can go shout us a beer if you want. Just go click on the link in the bio, shout us a beer or buy us a coffee. Send through some yeah-nahs, whatever you need to do. Big weekend ahead. Let's hear them. Come on. Shoot through your yeah-nahs. I'll answer them on Monday, Tuesday shows. Let's go. Right, Matty G. Love Matty G. Legend. Hey, Jim, got a yeah-nah for you. Dyson winning the Most Improved award this year, which is awesome and deserved, shows how far of a reach NBA Straya has, because they finally listened and voted for the award the way it should be done for years. Yeah, nah. Yes. I mean, if you've been listening to NBA Australia over the years, and I hope that you have been, this has been one of my pet fucking hates. Obviously, the most improved player. It's like, what's expectation versus reality, right? And if you strip that to like nth degrees, you are improving at a rate that should be rewarded. But if your expectation is already up here, and you're just playing up to that expectation, that doesn't match up, right? So I love that from Matty G. This has been a long time NBA Australia campaign. Not that campaign, the one that looks like the sloth from Ice Age campaign, like a political one, but oh God. Jeez, who can't wait for the democracy sausage tomorrow? Jesus, I just want the fucking ads to end. Christ almighty. Anyway, thank you, Matty G. Yes, they finally listened and they finally got the award right. The 15 people who voted for Cade Cunningham should be fucking punched in the back of the head. Just saying. Matty O, he had a good one. Brunson was amazing, but I feel the Pistons cooked it at the end. Missed the free throw, didn't box out Bridges for the tip-in. Cade, tough missed layup. Yeah, nah. Yeah. The JB Bickerstaff shitting himself at the end of the games. Every Cavs fan is like doing the Leo meme and pointing at the TV going, oh, hey, there we are. Hey, told ya. That's the JB Bickerstaff we know. I think he's a really good coach in getting players to believe in themselves. And I think he's gotten better over the years at some of the situational stuff, but still leaves a lot on the table. And it's like that's the sort of next level that you saw Kenny Atkinson come in and take over with Cleveland that has just completely catapulted them to the best fucking record in the East, right? So, yeah, JB might have helped cook that Pistons game for them. But also, that's what happens to young teams. Like, well, at least teams that are led by two really good young players in like Kay Cunningham and Jalen Brunson, because everybody else in that team is actually like a bit of a wily old veteran, aren't they? Tim Hardaway, the lesser, Beasley, Tobias Harris, etc. But yeah, the Pistons should have won that game. We should be going to Game 7. But their lack of poise, their lack of composure, not boxing out on the Bridges tip in, it's a bit of a tough one. Anyway, but look, seriously, that leads us very nicely. Thank you, Matty O. He also added, P.S. Lakers could have used Zubac yesterday. Yeah, nah, yes. One of the great underrated, fucked, stupid, just dumbest all-time trades. The Zubac to the Clippers from the Lakers for a bag of fucking peanuts because the Lakers shit themselves and didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Just saying, if you had a cost-controlled big fella on the roster next to Luka and LeBron, you'd be laughing, wouldn't you? Look at the fucking defense Zoobs played on Jokic today. They'd be fucking cruising if they had Zoobs. Anyway, back to Detroit. They go out 4-2. Are you heartened by this display from the Pistons gym? Yeah, nah, yes. Because they've got Orsar Thompson, the perfect, ideal dude next to Kay Cunningham, and the growth that we saw in Jalen Brunson in this series alone gives me plenty of faith that he can get better and better and better. They're super young, that three, right? That's your core of three. And it shows a really interesting way of how to build an NBA team. Have your young bloods. That's Kay Cunningham. It's Orsar Thompson. It's Jalen Brunson. But it's also Jaden Ivey, the forgotten man in all of this. And putting the right vets around that who will be additional and not central to what you're building is really important. We talked about this the other day. I think it was Jez Oz might have sent through a good one about that. But the simple idea of like, if you go out and get, it might have been Matty O even, if you're going to get Paul George, is it additional or is it central? Because what's central to your team? You've got Embiid, you've got Maxey. Is Paul George going to be additional to that, or is he taking a part of the central idea? And if he's taking part of the central idea, it gets a little bit more fraught. KD, same sort of thing. Is he going to be additional to Booker? What about Beal? Is he going to be additional? Do they fit? Or are they central? And if you're adding these central parts, you've got to make sure they're completely right. And that's why OKC, Houston and stuff like that, they've not had central additions outside of what they've built already. And the Pistons are in this really, really fascinating point where they were 14-68 last year. 14-68. They went 44-38 this year, won 2 playoff games, won their first playoff game since fucking 2008, and they have a legit superstar. Just saying, I like their trajectory. It's also like, and we'll talk about this in the offseason, right? Like Orlando is a fascinating test case as well because they should be better than they are. They get Jalen Suggs back next year. They're capped out to the fuck though. What are their moves? Gets really interesting really quickly. God, I love the NBA. God, I love this Grizzlies t-shirt. Go look at unpopular opinion of the day. Is that enough on the Pistons? I thought they were fucking awesome. What a great year. I think JB Bickerstaff's a solid coach. It is going to be fascinating if they get to the exact same point as the Cavs where it's like, we're pretty good, but our coach is a bit shit. And they piss him off and go get like Michael Malone or something, right? In 2 years' time. They go get buds. Yeah. All right. Unpopular opinion of the day.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
It feels fucking weird to hear a coach, JJ Redick, be such a fucking whiny bitch. Like, I don't like even using that language, right? But it's just, he comes across that way, right? He comes across petulant, childish. It's like, you think that I don't know what I'm doing? No, because you played your entire fucking starting five for 24 straight fucking minutes in the second half of a playoff game, and then we all wonder why they're all fucked for the next one, JJ. Oh, you can't question my coaching now. You've never coached before. I think we can. And then he's out there after the game going, yeah, a bunch of fat pricks on this fucking team. I tell you what, they need to get in better shape or I'll bash them. I feel like that's the sort of shit you don't need to put folks on blast about publicly. Like, maybe it's a good motivational tactic. Maybe that's his motivational tactic. I don't know. It just fucking felt weird. Like, seriously, Luka got ran out of town by a fucking moron named Nico Harrison because Nico's like, oh, geez, I don't know if he's as good as Kobe. Did you know that I knew Kobe? Fucking shut up, Nico. Jesus. And then you got the fucking baby back bitch fucking Patrick Dumont over there with his big old dumb head going, he doesn't work as hard as Shaq, who was a notorious hard worker. It's like, oh, this prick has never fucking watched basketball. Cool. Either way, Luka gets there. All you should be doing is going, right, Luka, thanks, mate. We're going to try to figure out how this offense is going to sing, and off we go. We'll keep it going. We're laughing. It's definitely not too crazy to go, hey, JJ, maybe don't call out your team for being out of shape when they've rushed back from injuries, when LeBron's 40 and a fucking physical miracle. But anyway. And also, seriously, I don't think it's too fucking crazy to say that JJ's inexperienced or like might have fucked up some shit after he played 5 dudes for 24 minutes in a playoff game. And then in the next game, played Maxi fucking Kleber over a bunch of actual rotational pieces, considering that Maxi Kleber hadn't played since fucking January. I think at some point we can trust our ability to go, I think we can question your judgment in this case. I think we're allowed to question your judgment when that sort of shit happens. Just saying. You fat bastards. All right, finally, how about a bit of Outback Takehouse? It's Friday at Outback, and you know what that means? Oh yeah, 4-for-1 tasty ice-cold Foster's Lager. That's right, icy cold oil drum cans the size of your fucking head. 4-for-1, only at Outback. It's Australian for beer. And today's fine grilled take is, you know what the next move for the Detroit basketball Pistons should be? 2 words and 87 syllables. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Only. Couldn't even get through that. That was good. Giannis to Detroit equals Title Town. Only at Outback. Seriously, what would you not give up to put Giannis next to Cade if you're Detroit? I want to keep Cade Cunningham, Orsar Thompson. Everything else is yours. Whatever picks you want, whatever players you want, you can have Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren as your young sort of like big and small core going forward if you're the Bucks. I just want to keep Cade and Orsar and then add Giannis and away we go. Let's do it, Detroit. Detroit basketball. I'm very happy to come to Detroit. All right. Stop laughing, Jim. I shall never. All right, Australian Player Watch. All right, really easy Australian Player Watch today because Box Hill, Benny Simmons, and Paddy Mills, Boskop, did not play coaches' decisions. And obviously we don't have anyone in the Detroit Knicks game. But Benny dropping out of the rotation really seemed to speed up the Clippers. Gave them way more on offense because, you know, they didn't have a dude who didn't want to touch the ball in the front half of the entire basketball court. Oh, you want me to touch this ball? Hot potato. Thanks, Ben Simmons. Thanks for coming. But Jim, defense is really important. Yeah, so is also making, like, offensive plays when you can also play defense. Like Nick Batum today, who had 3 blocks, 2 steals, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and hit threes. He took 5 threes. Ben Simmons has made 5 threes in his entire career. So, yeah, a bit of a rough one for Benny, I'll tell you. Paddy was doing some great towel waving, though. I'll just say that. Otherwise, the Luke Longley Memorial Role Player of the Week Award, we should give that out. We'll play the song. It's this one. Can we give this to Nick Batum, who is like older than shit and still crushing it? Also, Ty Jerome earlier this week, I think I mentioned this very briefly. He was the first player in NBA history to have a point, assist, double-double with no turnovers and multiple steals off the bench. Pretty incredible when Garland wasn't playing, so good stuff by Ty Jerome. But Nick Batum, like, to show up and play like that when they needed him the absolute most is just absolutely massive. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He's the first player since Iguodala to have a 5-5 Sorry, a 5-5-5-2-2 game off the bench. So, just saying, that's pretty bloody good. And better than Ben Simmons. So. All right, let's do a Paddy Mills Game Day Ball Game Day Twitter check-in. We could probably, actually, Dyson's been doing heaps. He's playing golf. There you go. There's Dyson playing golf. Hey, Dyson. Looks like he's having fun. Great Barrow Thief. And he's had a good chat about how he's going to go and... I actually love this. He's like, yeah, I want to win it again. I want to keep improving. I want to be an all-star. And to be honest, he could win it again next year. He's that fucking good. He could be the best defensive player of the year and most improved next year. Let's lock it in. Love that. All right. Let's do some game previews for tomorrow. Game previews for this and the weekend. For tomorrow, Sunday, and actually, we have the first second round series beginning on Monday. So, tomorrow, we have Golden State hosting the Houston Rockets. Staying alive. I had fun making that video this morning. That is at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is good because it's after Auskick. I have the squids running around, causing all sorts of havoc. Get home and watch this. Dad needs to sit on the couch for the next 2.5 hours. You boys are right. Houston are 5.5-point underdogs. They are 3-2 down in this series, of course. So, what happens next? Does the Houston defense kick back in on the road? Does Golden State's experience get them over the line? Do we get more playoff Jimmy and playoff Steph? How about yes to all of this? I think Houston's defense kicks in a notch. I'm going to take Houston plus 5.5, but I think Golden State, even though I tipped Houston 4-3 in this series, I think Golden State could win this in a real fucking tight one. Or Houston could just be like, hang on a second, remember in game 4 and 5, those moments where we're just like, we are a lot quicker than these dudes. And especially in game 5 when they realized, wait a minute, we're way quicker than these dudes. Let's just fuck them up. If they can just harness that again in game 6, they could run away with this. So I think Golden State's margin for error feels a lot greater than Houston because of that egalitarian offense of theirs, which is, I mean, you are relying a lot on Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green, but by the same token, like, LP Şengün has been feasting. Amen Thompson, if he has another good game, you're laughing. They don't have a giant amount of like, oh, we can trust this guy off the bench to come in and like hit some shots, but between Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet, hopefully your old heads sort of keep you sort of balanced and settled. I think Houston can win this, and if Houston can win it, I'm taking the plus 5.5 against Golden State. Even though if Golden State win, I think it's a close one, and I'm happy to take the plus 5.5 for Houston too. And then Sunday at 9:30 a.m., the Clippers visit Denver. This is going to be an absolute belter of a game 7. The obvious lean is towards Denver at home, where they just beat the Sands hell out of the Clippers last time. They are 1.5-point underdogs, however, at home. And that sort of threw me for a bit of a loop because I initially went, I think Denver are too good. And then I watched today's game again, just looking at it going, well, I didn't watch it again. I thought about it again. It's like, Denver had a pretty solid, everybody apart from Michael Porter Jr. gave them something. And they were still getting fucking boat raced at one point. I think it feels like Denver might not have it this year. And if Jokic has one quiet game, they're fucked. The Clippers played up to their absolute best, though, today. They got an incredible Batum game, an incredible Harden game. I still just like the Clippers that little bit more. I like the Clippers all series. I tipped them in the series. I have to go the Clippers, I guess, minus 1.5. So there we go, the Clippers. And then Monday, 3 a.m. So we'll be doing a show on Monday to wrap up those two games. And then the first game of Indy Cleveland. That's right, Cleveland. So interesting series, fascinating series. If Garland can't go, I start getting a little bit worried about Cleveland. at least winning the series easily, right? If Garland's okay, I'd say Cavs 4-2. The Pacers are good. They're super solid. The three keys, though, to this one are the Cavs' size. Can they sort of wall off the paint with Mobley and Jared Allen against Turner and Halliburton and co? The Indy role players, Naismith, Nembhard, can they hit shots on the road, really make that Cavs team work? And Halliburton versus Mitchell, which superstar guard can obviously have the biggest impact for their team? I feel like the answers to all these are the Cavs size is probably a little bit too much for the Pacers. I think the Indy role players might struggle against the actual quality opposition of Cleveland. And Halliburton versus Mitchell, it's one of those ones where you look at it and go, ooh, Halliburton had a pretty good series, right? Against the Heat. Oh, not against the Heat, against the Bucks. And then you go, hang on a second, who was guarding him on the Bucks? And you're like, oh, that's right. Basically fucking no one. I think he's going to struggle a little bit more. And I think the vibe is going to be pretty bloody high for this Cavs team. So I think I'm going to take them 4-2. This year, the Pacers actually beat them 3 out of 4 times. The last one doesn't count because it was like at the very end of the season and the Cavs had given up the ghost. And so was the one prior to that. So it's basically they split the season series really when the games kind of mattered. They played 2 games back in January. Pacers 108-93. And then Cavs turned around a couple of days later and beat them 127-117. So I think 4-2 Cavs feels about right. If Garland's limited, it might get a little bit more squirrely. Cavs eventually 4-3 perhaps. But I think the 3 keys are obviously the size of the Cavs, the Indy role players. Can they be trusted in a big series, in a big moment? And then Donnie versus Halliburton. Who stamps themselves? I think Donnie has like one just brimming, and I think he goes bang. So that should be really good. Now, remember, you can find all of our picks for all of the games, all the same gamers as well, over at Dabble. They're good. They're legends to us. Thanks to Dabble. You can sign up using the link in our show description, of course, or the link in our bio. And you can follow along, copy all the picks, etc. Same gamers. Just basically all of our game picks go in there too. So you can track all that. We are, and I checked the numbers on this, we're at 59% for the playoffs, which is pretty bloody good. That actually might be higher today because, again, we went 2 of 2 yesterday, 2 of 2 today. So it's actually probably at 60%. You little ripper. So that's going to be fun. So there you go. Go check it all out at Dabble. Chuck us a follow, chuck us a copy, help your mate Jim out, and help keep this pirate ship alive. The same thing goes. You can go jump in the link in our bio and buy us a beer if you want. Shout us a beer. Be much appreciated. Because that's it for this week. For today, for tomorrow, for Saturday. We'll be back on Monday to wrap up what will be an awesome set of games. Because I don't think I'll be doing a Sunday night show after the game 7 early in the morning. We'll see how I go. But I don't think that. I think we've got something on Sunday. But anyway, either way, we'll be back on Monday. Regardless, if I pop up on Sunday, I'll pop up on Sunday. You know, can't me. Cut your mate Jim some slack. Got to hang out with the family at some point. But we'll be back on Monday, so make sure you're following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. Jump in the comments. Send through some DMs for some whatever you got to do. Jump in the comments on YouTube. Tell us how much you like this Grizzlies top. I fucking love it. God, it's a good t-shirt. Get around NFL Straya as well with myself and Gaz. Chuck us a rating review on your Apple Podcast, your Spotify, YouTube, whatever app you use on your weird Android phones. It does help out, so please help out in a way you can. As I said, shout us a beer if you want. Jump in the link in our bio. You can buy us a beer or buy us a coffee, whatever you need to. Or you can follow us over at Dabble. Use the link in the show description. Sign up that way. We'd appreciate you. Otherwise, big thanks go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song They Rule. So do House Hats, Joshua Delarentis, Fascinated Goldmines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Section Green, and Dozers. They're behind all the tunes you hear, so smash them on Apple Music, Spotify, however you listen to your bands. Bandcamp's always a good one. NBA Straya Sports Train Band, so should you. And that's it. We'll close out with a Cooking with Bainesy for your weekend. And we will catch you on Monday, you dickheads. This is NBA Straya saying, how good are these playoffs? Jalen Brunson! Look after yourselves, would you? Laters are now. Cooking with Bainesy is filmed in front of a socially distanced live studio audience. And now it's time for Cooking with Bainsy with your host, Aaron Bangers Baines. G'day, yeah. Oh, look at you all there. Oh, nice and separated. Oh, I love having a live audience back. This is bloody great, isn't it? Oh, there's Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. Look at you. Oh, you happy to be here. Oh, that's bloody great. Anyway, yes, welcome back to Cooking with Bainesy. I'm your host, Aaron Bangers Bainesy. Just recuperating from fall and stuff and everything, but still out here chefing for you. And that's what we're here for in this here episode. I've been learning some new cooking techniques, and this one is an absolute bloody ripper. I'll tell you what, because today we are going to whip up one of my absolute favourites. It is an absolute delicacy no matter where you go in the world. You can have whenever. That iconic classic. It's good for brekkie, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. That's right. It's steak. That's right, bloody steak. That's right, I love me steaks. I'll tell you what. And you can follow along with my cooking method because it's easy as, mate. It definitely helps keep up this physique, if you know what I mean. Protein, baby. There you go. So, it is bloody simple, isn't it? All you gotta do is go down to your butcher. His name's probably Vasily. Ask him to go, look, Vasily, give me 2 bloody steaks. And you go, what type of steak? And like, doesn't matter. Just whatever tickles your fancy, Vasily. None of that Wagyu bullshit nonsense. Just give me 2 good-looking steaks. 2 good bloody steaks. Now, make sure you've got a barbie, some oil, and some salt and pepper. And that's it. Fire up your barbie. Get it nice and hot. There you go. Hey, there you go. Yeah, bit of oil. There. Then season your steaks ever so lightly with a bit of salt and pepper, just a bit of a pinch. There you go. And then grab your steak, bang it on. Now, don't fucking touch it. None of yous. Leave it alone. Don't fucking fiddle with it. Just sit back, grab a tin, and 3.5 minutes later, flip that fucker over. There you go. Oh, there you go. Hey! Now, leave it alone again. Don't fucking touch it. You heard me. You don't touch it. Simple as 3.5 more minutes, and look at that. There you bloody go. Look at this one. Oh, can't wait to get stuck. Oh, but you can't. You got to let it rest for 5 minutes. Let it sit there. Let it hang out. And that'll be perfectly medium if you want it. You can go rare if you want. You can go hardcore if you want. But either way, that, my friends, is Bob's your fucking uncle, isn't it? Look at it. It's an absolute ripper of a brekkie, lunch or dinner. Fucking good old steak. Ah, it's just bloody delicious. Oh, and look, I'm just going to get stuck with this one now. I will. That'll dead sit and press the shellers. Don't you worry about that. Oh, if you know how to cook a steak, you're a long way ahead in life. That's all I know. And if you want to get fancy, have some veggies with it if you want. I love a bit of potato salad. Whip that up. I think we've done one before, so go check that out. It's fucking unreal. All right, how easy was that? Get stuck into it. Do it at home yourselves on your own barbie. You'll bloody love it. Learn how to cook a steak, and everybody will bloody respect you. All right, tune in to NBA Straya next time for a new recipe, and we'll see you then on the next episode of Cooking with Bainesy. G'day legends, your mate Jim from NBA Straya here. That's right, I'm doing a thing at the end of the show. In the business we call it a thing at the end of the show, I guess. I don't know. Either way, all I'm just saying is just make sure you're rating, reviewing, starring, subscribing across all of the apps that you use for NBA Straya. Jump in the comments, give us a shout. We'll bang you in yeah, nahs. Any other questions? I'll have a crack. I've got nothing better to do, basically. Also, just ask any questions, tell me what you want to hear from the show, and sing out and let us know. And of course, if you want to help support the show, jump on the old dabble, use that code NBA Straya, click on the link that's in the show description or on the socials. It goes up whenever I do the morning vibes, etc. So, if that's your thing, jump on there, use that code NBA Straya, and remember, look after yourselves, would you?